Good morning, my beautiful friends. I don't like to say morning because I'm not morning anything, but we'll say good day. Just a quick garden update. Gonna plant some, my wife grew these. My wife don't know a whole lot about gardening, but she tries. And she grew these capsicum. My friends in Australia appreciate that. Here in America and most other parts of the world, we call them peppers. Bell peppers. Spanish they call them pica, but got to get those planted today. She grew them from seed. She didn't know that it's the wrong time of the year, but that's okay. They got peppers on them, and I'm thinking we're gonna get peppers before we get our first frost. Now it is pretty cold out here right now. I mean, we've got unseasonably cold weather, which I enjoy it because I have to get out here and work and take care of all my babies before my actual baby wakes up. So I get out here early and try to tend to everything and do a walk around. But a question I got for you guys, because I know that some of you are a lot smarter or a lot more experienced than me, is this tropic snow peach. Now it's dropped all of its leaves, but as you can see, it's blooming out. This is October. I mean, it's just pushing buds out everywhere. Now, is this going to affect the amount of peaches I get in spring? Or will it produce new buds? That's my question. I haven't had time to do any research on it, so I was wondering if some of you guys might be able to help me out on that. If I'm going to lose some of my spring crop because of the buds being pushed out now. Guess I'm wording that right. Got my coffee. No, that's not milk. That's coconut powder. I don't use milk. A lot of you probably do. It's really not good for you. You should do a little research on it. Pretty much anything they tell you on the news or the TV or school is opposite of truth. That's why every commercial, milk, it does a body good. Drink more milk, 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 milk. Well, first off, milk's made for cows. Second off, it's so full of chemicals and pus and hormones that it's very dangerous for you. Everybody's got their own, their own ways, and everybody can do what they want. I'm not judging. I'm just telling you what I know. Jujubes, they're starting to turn. These are some nice sized jujubes too. This is the Lane jujube. It's the only one I got with fruit on it right now. I got 3 jujubes. I'm supposed to have some more trees arriving today. I hope they get here before my wife wakes up. Or she may tell me to pack my shit and get out. Do y'all suffer from an addiction like I do? No, I'm not talking about crack. I'm talking about trees, fruit trees. Cut the top out of this avocado. This is the Brogdon. I want it to focus more on the trunk, getting thicker, more girth to it. Don't you just love those sounds? I don't see how people wake up and sit around and watch TV all day. Freaking mind-numbing, mind-altering television when you can listen to nature. I mean, just listen. So beautiful. But I found out what's been eating my white sapote. I got a friend here. It's got a lot of new growth on it. Seems like these white sapotes actually like the cooler weather. That they prefer the cooler weather over the hot weather. And if you're wondering what that black stuff is, I sprayed some kelp on it, foliar spray, yesterday. Treated a lot of my trees. But it's pushing new growth everywhere. But let's look at this little demon here. He's an ugly booger too. Look at that. Come on. Come on. Focus, focus. I mean, he looks freaking evil, don't he? But I just walk around and pick these stuff off of my fruit trees, and I don't let it get to heart too much. But the carambola, my God, it has really shot up, and I had to prune it back because all of these limbs here on the bottom, they were hanging out over here on the ground, pretty much like a elevator for bugs. Which I haven't noticed anything messing with the star fruit, the carambola. I guess it's pretty pest resistant. Cut the limbs out of all the, I guess you call them limbs, out of the banana trees yesterday. Pruned them up good. That's the blue java there. Hoping I get some bananas off of it next year. I can't wait to try those. The dwarf Cavendish. Now, a lot of people will tell you not to do this. That you should leave all the leaves. That way they'll fall down and protect the tree in the cold. But I just find they grow a lot faster, and that's what I need. I need them to grow fast. Got two nice pups out of this one yesterday, this blue java. Probably save one for spring and probably sell another one. I could probably get $100 easily. It's about 3 or 4 foot tall. Let's go check out the mulberries I just planted. I'll show you these beautiful little flowers here first. These are my little succulents. I love all kind of flowers. Oh, I about forgot the calamondin. Look at the calamondin. Some of those are getting ready to turn. One actually already dropped off down there. I don't think it was quite ripe. That's another May seedling. If anybody's in Florida or hell anywhere and you want to buy one, I got a few of those I'll sell. Alright, let's go look at these mulberries I planted the other day. And you know, folks, you gotta do what's best for you, for your garden, for your area, because everybody will tell you something different. There's always somebody out there that's gonna criticize you. I'm not gonna criticize you. I'm gonna tell you to plant. I don't care how you do it, when you do it. Just do it. Grow your own food. Stop being a slave to the system. But there's always some know-it-all that'll come, oh, you did that wrong. You got too much mulch. Your mulch is too thick. Blah, blah, something, something, something. Listen, it works for me here. It might not work in your area. It probably won't work in most places, especially if you have wet. But look, everything's pushing new growth. So you tell me, does it work or not? That's the red Indian guava. The white Indian. Pushing new growth. Everything's pushing the growth. I've yet to lose a tree. So lemon guavas. Ate a couple of those yesterday. And look, blooming. Already got more little baby ones coming along. So yeah, I mean, you do what's best for you. See these red limes, they're starting to get a little bit of a red tint to them. These lemons should start turning pretty soon. I mean, look at the size of these lemons. Some big lemons. You only need one of them to make a picture of lemonade. And this thing constantly blooms, but I cut them off. I'll leave a couple of fruit on there, but I want it to put its energy in growing. Looks like I got some leaf miner damage. That's what that stuff is. If you get you a citrus tree and you start seeing that, that's called citrus leaf miners. Get you some spinosad. I don't know. Look at all the new growth on this Persian lime. The pomelo I planted the other day. Pushing their growth. Oh, but you're doing it wrong, Thomas. You know, I don't mind constructive criticism or somebody telling me, giving me some points or tips. But I mean, I just can't stand those people that everything's negative and they think they know everything. Let's go look at these mulberry I planted. Oh yeah, I forgot to show y'all this. Should finish up with this today. Put cardboard down and then I'll come back and put maybe some straw or hay down and mulch and then put some soil on top. Because I don't have time to weed. I used to have a big garden. That was all I grew was vegetables, but somebody in Australia named George got me addicted to growing fruit trees. It's just so much easier growing fruit trees. I was tired of being a slave to the garden. Every day out there weeding and pulling weeds and fighting with the pest. And I decided that I wanted to be a fruit tree farmer. But look, these didn't have any leaves on them when I planted. Look at all the little mulberries coming out. And this is the white king mulberry. This was actually found on a lot over in Tallahassee at Florida State University. Look at this one. They're not very big, maybe 3 foot tall, but they're gonna have some mulberries on them. Look at this big boy here. Looks like we're gonna have a bumper crop of loquats this year. Aren't these loquats just beautiful? I recommend everybody buying a loquat tree. I think you could probably grow these as far north as South Carolina. I mean, I've seen this one handle low 20s like a champ. I've seen ice hanging off the leaves and still fruit. But look at it, all the way to the top. It's just freaking loaded. Loaded. I got a niece. Well, my daughter and wife love them too, but I got a niece, Elizabeth. She's got a baby girl, and man, this is the first place she runs to. My loquat tree. And it's funny because kids can't understand that fruit comes in seasons. It's like my daughter, every time she walks outside, she's looking at the mulberry tree. They think there's fruit all over. And you know, it's sad because our children aren't educated in school anymore. They think food is made at Walmart. They don't know somebody has to take time to grow this stuff. And these loquats, man, it smells like perfume out here right now. It just smells so good. Looks like we're gonna have a bumper crop of loquats. I do have to prune it because it's this thing's at least 50 foot tall. At least. That's way too tall. Nobody can reach the fruit up there. Even with a ladder, you can't reach it. So what I'm thinking about doing, and some of you pruning experts, I know that I should have took care of this long ago. I got branches twisting and turning, but it doesn't seem to be affecting it. So I'm not going to worry too much about that. But what I'm thinking about doing is this one right here. It's growing straight up. Thinking about taking it out. And thinking about taking this guy out here. And that'll open that canopy up a lot if I take those two out. And then, I'll do some pruning around the edges and all, but the main thing is I want to open up that canopy and take those two out. The rest of them are growing just like you want them to. They're growing out and over, hanging over, where you can just reach up and grab the fruit. That's what you want. That's how you want your fruit trees to be. Marley! Oh yeah, while we're out here talking, I want to show you something, and I bet this grows everywhere. And nobody knows about it. That's the problem. Nobody knows about anything. We've lost all of our sacred knowledge. Look at this. See this? This is a weed to most people. People just mow this down and cut it down. This is called goldenrod. And let me tell you, this is one of the best herbs. You need to come out here and strip down a couple of these, their leaves, and dry them out and keep them. If you get a sore in your mouth, make you a tincture or a tea out of it. If you got urinary tract infection, if you got a yeast infection, if you're having female problems, if you got a buildup of candida, any kind of fungus in your system, this will knock it out. Now, you don't want to drink it every day, but start out with a couple days at first and then cut down to about once a week. But this stuff is, nature gives us everything we need, folks. You don't need to go to a doctor. You need to come out here. This is God. You can't get any closer or further away from God than you can in nature. Alright guys, just gave a little quick update and was mainly wondering about my peach tree. If somebody could help me out with that, I would greatly appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next one. Yeah, I'll probably be on here again because, like I said, I got a few trees arriving today. Maybe my wife won't be too pissed. She actually, to be honest with you, she actually supports it. She looks at it kind of like I do. Like, what else are you going to spend your money on? Hair, nails, jewelry, stock market, I mean, everything else is fake. Everything else is useless. Why wouldn't you want to spend your money on trees? And she's from Puerto Rico, so every time I buy a tropical plant, it makes her feel more at home. So I'm thankful I got a wife that supports me, and because if not, I would have been divorced a long time ago, because every day there's a new box coming in, it seems like. Alright guys, take care. I'm out.